So, good morning, Dominique. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So, we're just going to have a quick conversation, not long, about your culture because I do understand that you are Jamaican, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so my first question, were you born in Jamaica or did you just grow up in a Jamaican household?
Sure. I was not born in Jamaica. I just was brought up in a Jamaican household. My mom is Jamaican and my father is also Jamaican. And my grandma, who was the first to migrate to America from my family, is migrated from Jamaica.
Okay, and how often would you say you visit Jamaica?
I visit about twice a year ever since I turned about 14, where I can start traveling by myself. Yeah, but before that, I used to go on family trips probably once every other year.
Okay, so what would you say are the main influence to Jamaican culture?
Ooh, I definitely say food. Um, Pretty much our food is a lot different than many other places' foods. I mean, of course, like places are known for their type of food that they eat and stuff. But I mean, like the way we cook our food and the different spices and stuff, it's very particular to our culture. Another influence would be music. Like reggae music and dancehall music is super significant in our culture in itself. So that's like a huge part of the upbringing of like Jamaican lifestyle, and maybe also I forgot. Mm,
You're good if you,
mm,
if you want to stop there, but it is interesting that you mentioned food. So, how important would you say food is to your culture?
it is super important. Like even in my household, if let's say like if one day somebody is to cook, like if I want to be the chef of the day or whatever, and I want to cook a dinner, we're all gonna sit and for every bite we're gonna say what was wrong and how we can make it better. Like it's like very very particular, right? So food is super important. All aspects of food, like from little munchies to like snacks and to complete full dinners, are so important.
Okay, so would you say that food in your culture can be used to like express emotion, like for like celebrations or comforting or showing love?
Yeah, I think so. I think that we have different food for different occasions, of course. Like like on Easter, we'll have our Easter bun and cheese. Where like on a typical day, we'll have like our spice bun and cheese. So I think it's like it kind of like changes in particular to like the occasion. That's the first thing that I thought about. But also like I don't think we're too heavy on like the chocolates and stuff, but sweets, like grape nut ice cream, which is a staple for our culture. Yeah, definitely like you'll start eating at like a kids party or after dinner one day.
Okay. So can you just give me like an example of a typical breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Sure. Ooh, so our breakfast dish is ackee and saltfish, and we'll like here in where I am now, we have canned ackee. We won't do that. Usually in Jamaica, you'll go to the back and you'll pick the ackee off the tree. You have to be careful because when you pick it, it's poisonous before like cooked, and it can be poisonous if cooked incorrectly as well. So pick it off the tree, you'll wash it, and you'll also steam saltfish, and you'll fry it and mince and saute vegetables together. Then, as like the carb or whatever of the dish, you'll have dumpling and banana. So it's not like banana that we eat that's like the fruit one that's like yellow to green. It's ripe banana, and we'll boil it and we make the dumpling with kneaded flour. And yeah, so that's like typical breakfast. I don't think we're too big on lunch because our dinners come super early. That's with me. My family wasn't too big on lunches. So a typical dinner would be like rice and peas, and the peas would have been like thawing out for like a while. You would cook down your rice, and then the meat of choice. A great dinner would be jerk chicken. It will be jerked out back on the coal top, and you'll have it with like some ketchup. And Jamaican ketchup is also a lot sweeter than American ketchup, so it's better.
Okay, so what would the main cooking method be? Would it be like fried, baked, or steamed?
Mm. I wouldn't say steamed. I think my father did a lot of steaming, but mainly because he was vegetarian, so he cooked a lot of fish. So when he cooked down his steamed fish, but I think we do a lot of frying, but not like fried chicken. Fried chicken isn't like a big Jamaican thing. We'll eat it, but it's not like our thing. I think it. I'm not sure. Steamed, fried, boiled. I don't know. I think we just cook. I'm not sure.
Okay, how prevalent are seasonings in the food? Like you said, jerk, about salts, pepper.
Yeah, definitely. You're gonna need your salt, your pepper, your onion powder, your garlic powder. You're gonna need on top of the jerk seasoning, you're gonna need some type of garlic, raw garlic, and like you're gonna crush it and mince it just to get flavor. You're gonna need some browning if you're gonna be brown stewing, sugar. A lot of like old school Jamaican places put sugar in their food, and you're like, what? And it's not like little tips of sugar just for like taste. Like they sugar it up. Like even chicken down to the dumpling when they're kneading the flour, they put sugar in it. Yeah.
Okay. So would you say snacks are just as important as the meals, or are like snacks not that important?
I think if walking on the street from where I am today, which is not Jamaica, I wouldn't be like surprised to see an older person eating a bag of chips, right? Because that's normal. What if I was in Jamaica and I saw an older person eating a bag of chips? I'd be like, wow, like, are you okay? Like, it's not normal. Like, I think snacks and like the dry goods are very childlike stuffs, but except for bun and cheese, which I mentioned earlier. Bun and cheese is like always, if you're hungry, if anything, 3 buns for $1,200 and 1 cheese for $250. So yeah, it's very like easy food and it'll fill your belly.
Okay. So how would you describe the meal portion sizes?
Mm. So I mentioned that we don't do like we barely do a lunch because our dinners are so early. But when we do our dinners, we're eating a lot. I think it's like large. It is very large. And I feel like it's just started to become larger, which is why like the obesity problem got bad in the past couple of years in Jamaica. But yeah, the portion sizes are hefty. Like your normal portion size at like your average like takeout place, I think it's like up to one for a Jamaican household dinner.
Okay. So finally, this is our last question. What
Mhm.
would you say your favorite dish is and why?
Um okay. So I think my favorite dish is basmati rice and bully beef mixed down with noodles like spaghetti. And you're gonna be like, why is that your favorite dish? Well, when I was a kid, like we ain't have it, so it was a lot of kids in the house. And bully beef, it comes in a can. If you know spam, it's kind of like spam, but it tastes nothing like it. Spam's actually disgusting, but bully beef is good. Bully beef is good. And they cook it down with the spices I mentioned. We're putting some garlic, some ketchup. But what the spaghetti does, it like stretches the meal, so it'll make you like full, even though the can really can't feed more than about like 4 people. So yeah, that was my favorite, only because like we ate it so much when I was a kid, and now because since we eat it so rarely, like if I get like a plate of bully beef, like I'm good on it.
Okay. That was interesting. And I do thank you for your time.